Hello, it's me, and this is Brianna. She's my partner of, in January, it's 3 years? 3 years, yes. And you might be hearing Rourke saying hey. So, what we're doing here is I've done a lot of YouTube videos before. I used to have some efforts quite a few years ago of more videos of just me rather than a lot of my art. It was also before I had the downward facing camera that you might have seen in other videos. If you haven't, go watch them, all of them.
He's doing my job for me. I'm supposed to be the one taking the candy.
I say a lot, and that one didn't count. It was an example. It was in quotations. So what I wanted to do, because obviously we have a lot of the same opinions on the things, but we're not the same people. Especially around this time of year, it's Halloween stuff has ended and all of the Christmas stuff is showing up. And if you haven't caught on by now, I'm pagan and we're different flavors of the same umbrella in there. And no. So I don't celebrate Christmas. A lot of Christmas decorations are really, really annoying for different reasons other than what I hear a lot of other people talk about. I brought this upon myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Mind you, the same rules don't apply for me because I'm not the one working on speaking in front of a camera.
I actually took classes, kind of basic classes on public speaking and presentations and things, so I can put together the presentation alright, something that I'm satisfied with, but once I get up there, it's a problem. It's not necessarily that I'm shy, but the filter is not as fine-tuned as it is when I'm typing things out. But anyway, we were talking about
Christmas.
Christmas.
And the ugly, horrible red, green, and gold glitter bomb that happens literally even before Halloween has ended and before Thanksgiving has even occurred. But,
It's not fair. Halloween comes out so slowly, or maybe it's because we're actually looking for it, but Halloween seems to come out so slowly, and then suddenly Halloween is done, and then before Thanksgiving, it just swaps out, and it's not fair.
There are already houses in the neighborhood fully decked out in Christmas lights. It isn't even Thanksgiving, let alone Black Friday yet. People are crazy.
To be fair, though, if someone decorated in Nightmare Before Christmas, they would have minimal alterations that they would need to make.
I mean, you set that up for Halloween, and then you're done after Christmas. You're fine. You
That's
just leave it up the entire time.
That's an idea for later. However, even though this is all the Halloween candy that we have left, and we actually bought more for Halloween clearance, so this is why this is effective for me. And I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm gonna look this way. No. It's okay, I still love you.
See if you get any cupcakes tonight then.
Also, I'm recording this on my 29th birthday, and she bakes quite well because she actually pays attention to details. And anyway, I'm looking forward to that, so I'm going to be nice. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is in frame.
You'll find out when you edit, I suppose.
Yeah. I can edit however I want. What was I talking about?
Christmas.
Oh, I was...
Emergence. Look,
Christmas...
I didn't have to do that one.
Christmas shows up way too fast, and it's no hard feelings if you do celebrate Christmas and you really, really like the typical decorations and everything. It's just the method in which it is conveyed to people who are not already loving Christmas. It's really odd, and it's not necessarily that I wanted this video to be philosophical or anything.
Well, when you stop and think about just how America in general overblows every single holiday, whether it's a Christian holiday or even something as simple as Cinco de Mayo. Mexicans don't celebrate that, but look at us going crazy. Cinco de Mayo, tacos, cerveza!
Or it's like a...
Or St. Patrick's Day going buck wild, getting drunk in
Or it's like a fake
ridiculous
American
manners.
version of a holiday.
But
I don't know how American Irish actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but like in general,
but
St.
it's
Patrick's
just
Day is classic.
it's an overload for a country that was supposed to be founded on religious freedom. Christianity and the Christian holidays definitely get shoved down every American citizen's throat, whether they are Christian or not. I was raised in a household that was predominantly Christian growing up. Went to church till I was about 8. Again, I don't have anything against any Christians, against pagans, Wiccans, Muslims,
It really
Hindus, anyone.
depends on the package.
It really, genuinely depends on the individual person. Because if you're going to force your shit on me, I don't like you immediately.
Just so you know, I'm okay with you swearing in my videos.
I swear in general, so people go fucking deal.
I know. I'm saying that on record. I don't swear a lot.
I swear like a motherfucking sailor.
Yes.
But no, the fact that it is shoved down every every person in America's throat from literally the end of Halloween until after Christmas. It's a proven fact that having all these traditional Christmas songs and Mariah Carey every year in retail space actually does psychological damage to people. It doesn't actually induce feelings of joy and merriment for the holiday season. It makes them feel shitty, which is an interesting thing considering how heavily it is shoved down our throats as a warm, inviting, wonderful time to spend with the family and loved ones holiday.
Holiday cheer, damn it.
You have to be cheerful. Wear the Santa hat and jump up and down in joy.
In that vein, though, my favorite Christmas song is "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by My Chemical Romance. So go listen to it if you haven't seen it before. What I also wanted to kind of end this video off with is, again, I don't have hard feelings against like Christians or people who really, really like Christmas. It really depends on how you interact with other people. But
sorry, my fur boy's potentially gonna go after his fur boy, so that's the pause.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're just waiting for the... You can't hear, but there's a little Jaws theme going in my head right now. I'm just waiting to see what he does.
What I wanted to cap this video off with is one thing that I've noticed, especially since I started practicing paganism a little bit more in an organized fashion. I am not organized, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are saying, oh, are you doing this wrong, or you're like missing all of these things. I'm approaching it at my speed, but one thing I have noticed is there's still...
There's an and there's
You're excited about this, I'm joking. One thing I have noticed is even though there's so many glittery, annoying Coca-Cola style Santas, and that's a more specific rant for a different time, there's still a vein of holiday decorations that are not explicitly red and white Christmas and like Elf on the Shelf and
just the stuff that's overly commercialized and shoved down your throat every year from August until January 1st, essentially.
Like, I was talking to someone the other day about, it's not necessarily that I don't like Santa story kind of things, but it's more like, I really like the traditional Santas that have like the buckskin and fur and everything, where it's more the folklore Santas rather than the vintage Coca-Cola poster kind of things. And that was a bad one.
That was a full-on
That was it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in trying to remain positive, I've noticed that a lot of Christmas sections in stores where it is explicitly Christmas, you can still kind of weave in and out and find things that still apply to holiday seasons in general. To be fair, I've never seen menorahs in stores, and I've never seen like Kwanzaa stuff, and I'm not well versed in a lot of other holidays.
Yeah.
Isn't Diwali soon? I don't know if it's already passed or if it's soon.
I wish I was more informed on that one, but
You can use
that's
a lot
such
of-
a fun holiday
yeah.
too.
You can use a lot of different things that aren't explicitly just holiday decorations. I need to look more into that one. But the things that I especially like in Christmas decorations that are not explicitly...
The trees.
The trees are cool.
Tree decor bits.
I do like the tiny... hold on. Oh no, I'm short.
Bitch, you still reached it.
I thought that was going to be a lot easier than it was.
You mean a lot harder than it was?
Yes. This is also why I need to stop saying because my brain has enough hitches in it anyway, but this kind of thing. And I really like antlers and the more traditional Santas, like
The
red and
deer
white.
and stag decor is also nice too, without getting too heavily into like the country chic
Yeah.
side of stuff. Also, when it's not completely covered in glitter. In case you can't tell, this is a household that fucking hates glitter.
That's not too bad. I didn't do too bad.
Considering you took a handful and put in there, that's
Yeah. Anyway. Is it all empty? Oh no, you left the ones that we don't actually like. These are the ones that I actually care about. Where did the red ones go?
they're in there, the ones that you don't
Oh.
like.
These absolutely suck.
Oh yeah, no, they're not even the good Twizzlers. Those are shit Twizzlers.
She's gonna do all
Not
my...
that there's a good Twizzler, but like those are the shitty Twizzlers of the Twizzlers.
She's gonna do all my swearing in my videos for me, so when I feel like I'm being too, wholesome or something, I'm gonna have Brianna guest spot.
You're just gonna have me dropping F-bombs and shits and damn it all over the place.
We've watched a bunch of those YouTube videos where they automatically generate it, but then there's a gap. We watched, I introduced her, that's a different video, I won't go too long about this, but I introduced her to Jacksepticeye, and then we watched a bunch of, we're big fans of Markiplier, and,
We started watching Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. We just recently wrapped up with the Unis Honest, which was a lot of fun to watch. But basically, this is just trying to put out a alternative voice for the classic Christmas stuff. Like, Yule has a lot of overlap with Christmas for very obvious reasons. But specifically with Yule, this is not my channel. I don't need to get my ums, buts, and uhs under control. Thank you, sir. But yeah, butts.
continue.
He's disrupting me, and now I'm
What I wa-
self-conscious about my ums and ahs.
What I wanted to wrap up with, thank you, is breathe. You can make it. Home stretch. It's almost even now. What I wanted to wrap up with is I'm not the most organized, and I don't know, I don't want to say I'm not a very academic person, but I don't have a lot of time and energy to read, but I assimilate things as they come to me and as they come onto my radar. So I just wanted to say, if you absolutely...
That would be my father.
I'll finish this up then. I wanted to end this up with, there's a lot of different reasons that people celebrate or don't celebrate things, but sometimes you can still see good things in what initially seems like an absolutely gigantic glitter bomb of a mess. But if you're mostly in my position where you can't rattle off the names of all the great pagan books and all the historical kind of things, I still want to hear about what you're celebrating for the holidays, and hopefully you can, it's easier to talk with her. When you see Christmas displays, I just want to tell you that you're not the only one who sees it the way that you do. I know the joke is that people see Christmas displays too often and way too soon, but for people like me, it has a different kind of level of annoyance and disappointment. But if I can still see the good in it and pick things apart, put things back together, paganism is historical, yes, but it's also really, really about what you make of it. And even if you're not pagan, that is something that can apply to a lot of things. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys being here, whether you're subscribed or not. If you're not, please subscribe, as well as like. It lets me know what you guys are interested in, and if you have time, please comment and tell me about what you celebrate for winter holidays and how you decorate, especially if you're in the same boat. Thanks.